Okay, so after a very long time again, this last week we did some work on compliance where I told you how to keep track of all your acts. So today, as an example, we are going to do it for Gratuity Act. It came into force in the year 1972. So any establishment having 10 or more employees can apply for this act. And the condition is any employee must complete. Generally, it is said that they have to complete 5 years. That is for the calculation purpose, so making the calculation easier. So, to be very specific, it is 4 years and 240 days that an employee must complete. Okay, and talking about the gratuity wages again, it is basic plus DA plus retaining allowance. And the formula for calculation of gratuity is the last drawn gratuity wage multiplied by 15, that is half of a month, divided by 26 into number of years of completion. Wherein 26, if we talk about, is as per income tax law, it is mentioned that anything that you provide above your salary, the number of days in a month should be considered as 26. So for that purpose. And the second part, if you could see, I'll just zoom it. Just a second. Yeah. Second part, if I have to show it to you. 1 second. So that we can go this side. Yes. So here I've mentioned as to show the gratuity in CTC. So generally what happened, it's not part of your gross, it's not there in your salary slip. But if you want to, as an employer, you want to show it in your CTC, generally employer do that to impress the employee. So 4.8% of your gratuity wage, that is basic plus DA plus RA, into 4.81%, that you can show. Just we call it as entry point. And an exit point, what you have to do is you have to do the actual calculation of gratuity wage into 15 by 26 into number of years of completion. Fine. Now, what is the benefit of it? Why? So, if you have not completed these many days and years, 4 years and 240 days, then you are not eligible. Okay. Only in case of death, still gratuity can be given depending on the number of years of completion. Okay, that calculation again is different. So we'll do it in the next session probably. So what is gratuity? It's a benefit. It's a lump sum amount that is given during the time of retirement or you're leaving the company as a token of appreciation, right? So gratuity can again be given on following conditions, like if you're resigning from the company, if you're retiring, or you have achieved the age of superannuation, in case of death, disablement, or retrenchment. And for employers' convenience, there's a scheme called Group Gratuity Scheme that is run by LIC. Certain amount has been deposited in that so that when the employee is leaving, if suppose retrenchment happened next day, so the employer has to pay a lump sum amount to employee, right? So to get rid of that tension, this particular scheme is really good. Now we'll look into as to how to calculate gratuity with an example. I've already set my Excel with all the formulas. Like for suppose if an employee enters to your organization on 1st Jan 2019, okay, and his end date is we can keep it as this month is August, right? So 18th August 2026, right? So it will automatically calculate 7 years, 7 months and 17 days. Why I have used this formula, I have taken it from ChatGPT only based on the suggestion, because I also don't know the formula. I only know the fraction formula where I can get the difference in the date. but that was giving me the date in fraction. So I was not comfortable. So to get the exact difference, I have used this formula. You can copy this. If you ask ChatGPT, that will help you. Then 7 years, 7 months, 17 days. Now, as per gratuity, anything above 6 months, no, it will be rounded off to the next year. Like here, the example is 7 year, 7 month, and 17 days. So I will take it as 8 years. 8 years of service. Fine. Yeah. And suppose, for example, now to calculate the gratuity, you'll have suppose your basic is 30,000, your DA is probably 5,000, RA you don't have, so 35,000 is your gratuity wage. Suppose, so based on gratuity calculation, how much is the amount that is coming is equal to this gratuity wage multiplied by 15 divided by 26 into 8 years of service. So this comes to, we'll round it off, right? We'll round this particular thing. Okay. And here we go. So it comes to 1,61,538. Okay. Now suppose the company gives me 2 lakh as my gratuity amount. Some good employers are also there. So what will be my tax exempted amount? What will be my tax exempted amount? So out of these three, so first is the gratuity received from the company. Second is based on my calculation in the sense based on the formula. And third is the maximum limit. Maximum limit is 20 lakh for getting the gratuity. Now what's a tax exempted? Out of these, whatever is the minimum. And what is the taxable income? The gratuity that you have received minus the least is your taxable income. I hope this is clear. Thank you. We'll see you next time.